Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to This Week in ESO, and today is January 28th, and so this features this last week, and we had a massive jam-packed week of ESO. A lot of crazy things happened this week, including our global reveal. We have an event going on. There's also a quality of life update that's pretty exciting, and we have something in the future that they mentioned on the global event that also sounds really cool. But let's go ahead and jump into this video. If you guys like this video, let's try to get it up to 1,000 likes because that would be awesome. Thank you to my members and patrons. I really do appreciate it, all the support. If you'd like to become a member, check out the link below in the description. You get your name up here in the video. You get access to our Discord, early access to videos, and the members only Discord, like I mentioned, and much more. But let's go ahead and hop into this. The big news, obviously, this week was our global reveal of the next chapter of ESO, and that was ESO Necrom, which is going to take place on the Telvanni Peninsula, and we're going to be able to go to the Apocrypha Zone as well, which is like a Daedric realm, and this is centered around the Daedric Prince Hermaeus Mora. But the biggest thing with this expansion is we are getting a brand new class. We're getting our 7th class in ESO, and this is called the Arcanist or Arcanist, however you want to say it. But if you have not seen this footage, it is pretty cool. The class is using a new system called Crux, which is going to be something that you charge up. You can have up to 3 charges, and when you spend that Crux, the amount of charges that you have augments your abilities or makes them more powerful. And so I, for one, am really excited for this class. If you haven't checked out my video yet about the reveal, I have kind of go over everything that we know so far, and that'll be down in the description for you to watch, or at the end of the video for you to watch after this. But basically this class is built like the Necromancer class in the way that it has a offensive skill line, it has a defensive skill line, and it has a support skill line. So it looks like you can heal, you can tank, or do DPS with this. But the really cool thing about this is the animations are actually really awesome. Like, if you look at the video footage of the animations, they look better than any other class skill animations we have. And I, for one, think that that's exciting for the game for the future, because it makes me think that they're going to have some sort of update to the other classes, and maybe they'll improve the animations for other classes eventually. But I am really excited about that. It also just looks really cool. I really like the theme and the color scheme of the Necrom, expansion or chapter. And so I think it'll be a lot better than the High Isle expansion. I know they set the bar pretty low there with the card game, but I think a new class always brings exciting aspects to the game. Now, I will say that obviously we haven't addressed a lot of the reward structure things and some of the other issues in ESO, and so it's not necessarily going to hold people over forever, but it will at least give some people some hype, and I'm excited for one to make some builds and all that good stuff as well. The next big thing is they did mention very briefly at the end of the stream that in Q4 their system that they're working on is a endless dungeon, which, first of all, I have been wanting something like that for so long, and I am so excited for this. So we'll have more details on that as it comes up, but I'm excited for this endless dungeon thing that they mentioned. They just threw that in there at the end. Also, on the Friday stream, they did mention that one of the quality of life updates coming in update 37, which will be with the new DLC Scribes of Fate, which will be out, I think, in March or something like that. For update 37, they're actually going to have an item that can hide your shoulder pieces, which is really cool. I know that's something a lot of people have wanted. The other big thing going on right now, y'all, is the Season of the Dragon event. This is something that you can earn event tickets in. You can earn the first event pet of this season or of this year. It's the Lily pet, and you can start earning fragments for the Muse personality. And so the Season of the Dragon event takes place in Northern and Southern Elsewhere, and in some of the dungeons for that as well. I have a video on this as well. I'll put that in the description, or it'll be at the end of the video. That's an event guide, so it'll help you guys out and it'll help you understand what to do. But it's a great event to farm dragons, really to make money and to just get a lot of things that you don't have already in the game. Okay, now moving on to our luxury vendor and the golden vendor of the week. Again, the luxury vendor can be found in Cold Harbor Zone. So over here, and you can go to this waste shrine and run all the way over here to luxury vendor. So Xanil Theron. So Xanil Theron currently has the Orcish or Iron Orcish banner, Bear Orcish figurine, Orsinium Orcish gazebo, which actually looks kind of cool. Warriors Orsinium sarcophagus. I feel like some of this stuff was last week. I feel like that was one of the weeks before. But Orsinium totem, honor totem, obedience Orsinium totem, strength Orsinium totem, covered Orsinium well and snowy graded Orsinium well. I kind of like the wells. I think those are cool. The coffer is cool too, or the sarcophagus is cool too, but nothing too crazy this week in the luxury vendor. I'm not a massive fan of that. And the golden vendor this week will go over here. Again, there are 2 locations for the golden vendor now. Apparently one is in Craglorn, or you can go to Cyrodiil and it'll be this glowing person right here. And so the golden this week is has ebon rings. So for jewelry, ebon rings, that's from the Crypt of Hearts dungeon, I believe. Ring of Eternal Vigor, which is the overland, one of the overland sets for Western Skyrim. Ring of the Air, which I think is in Craglorn. Sword Dancer ring, don't know where that one's from, I cannot remember. Personally never used Sword Dancer ring or Ring of the Air. Ring of Eternal Vigor I think was a solid tank set a while back, like it's a decent set. But Ebon Ring, this is a tank set that used to be one of the best like beginner starters tank sets. I don't honestly know how good this is anymore. I still think it's a solid thing to get, but I don't think it's worth spending 250,000 gold on this, honestly. I don't really think you're trying to get gold ebon armor. I mean, to be honest with you guys, it has some cool orb effects, but I don't know if really any of these rings are that worth it, but from the ones I know at least, but just trying to give you guys my, recommendations or suggestions. Now when it comes to the monster helms, so we've got Valken Scoria and the Engine Guardian. These are both fantastic monster helms. Valken Scoria is in a dungeon that is a little challenging, but City of Ash 2 isn't, I mean, it's doable. It's not hard, like you can do it, right? It was just a long dungeon. So this is maybe a good thing to pick up. But the Engine Guardian, in my opinion, again, Engine Guardian, it's not a hard dungeon. I think it's Darkshade 2 for Engine Guardian. It can be challenging at first for newer players, but this is a great tank set from what I understand from this. And Valken Scoria is good for DPS. I would potentially like look into picking this up, but I don't think the dungeons are that hard to run. So, again, it's really up to you. If you value, like if you have a lot of gold and you're just like, I just value my time more and I just want to get these, then you can just come pick them up. I mean, it's gonna have good rolls and everything like that, but they are really good monster helms, and I do recommend maybe picking these up for some of your builds. And this week's fashion of the week is from Chimmy Chambo, and this is actually really cool. I love this. It looks like a skin that you have on your orc. You got a cool personality as well. Love the beard. I love this armor. I love the armor, style and thing that you have here. I think it's something that's really unique, like the color scheme and everything. Just looks very natural. And yeah, so that's also really nice as well. I just love what you have here. I think it looks really, really good. And so congrats on that for the fashion of the week. That's going to wrap up this week in ESO. If you guys did like this, make sure again to like the video. Let's try to hit 1,000 likes. Thank you again to all my members and patrons. Again, comment down below what you think about the reveal this week and the new class. But until next time, y'all, just remember to have faith, be great, and I'll see you on ESO, and check out all these videos above.